in 2026, I want to do 500,000 in take-home commissions. Last month in commission, I done just over 20,000.
And the month before?
18.9. What really made me realise is when I was looking around, we only had like 4 other salesmen, but they were all a lot older than me, and they were earning 10 to 12k a month. Which when I first joined, I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it. It's like that's just not going to be enough. Again, subconsciously, I was looking for the next play and the next option. I just had no idea what it was going to be. It made me realise this is what I want in a business. I'm not in a fixed location. There is pretty much uncapped earning potential, and it's all based on you.
What was the difference?
You want to go the level above. It's what you do off the call.
Yeah. Was there any skepticism?
I was just a bit like, can I do this? Yeah, I remember that night. This is genuinely going to change everything.
We are back in the room. We have been saving this one. What a better place to do it out here in Dubai on our quarterly top performers trip with the man, the myth, the legend, Calum Treshum. So, kick us off, big dog. Been a bit of a crazy journey. When did you come on board? What were you doing before? Commissions made last month. I'll go from there.
So, came on board Capital Closer, it was 18th of July, I think now, if I recall.
Yeah.
18th of July. All my experience has been in like car sales, so actual physical in a dealership car selling, but also done a little bit of like over the phone car brokering. So nothing relating to the industry at all. And last month in commission, I done just over 20,000.
And the month before?
18.9.
And then for you joining in July then, taking us back, because you had like, when me and Calum first had our call, I remember it very, very clearly, like, obviously, like anyone that has the existing skill set of sales, you've got the leverage and the ability to kick on to the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 a month. But there's certain people that they come across very, very well, and you just have a call with them and you're like, yeah, you're going to be set. Calum was one of them, as I always say. When we had our first call, what were you sort of thinking at the time? Obviously, I think you just found about remote sales like a week before.
Yeah, it's funny. I was in Dubai, right? And you'd come up on my Instagram a couple of times. I sort of didn't really pay any notice to it, but I actively kind of remembered you. And it just so happened once, I was like in the room after like a day on the beach, just sort of scrolling through the phone, and I just gave it a little bit more notice than usual. And I thought this is really interesting. I was getting to like the tail end of the holiday, so the holiday blues start to kick in.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And I was like, I want to have a call and a conversation.
Why do you think it was the holiday blues that necessarily made you take it a bit more serious? Because you obviously saw it prior. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, was there a reason why you like didn't? Because I feel like, especially when you're like in sales and you see that, it's like, shit, that is like exactly. Was it maybe because the Amazon FBA and you're a bit like, I'm just sort of staying away from?
It's a good question. Like I probably couldn't pinpoint the exact reason as to why I wasn't paying it any mind. Like obviously, the Amazon thing put a bit of a stain on my kind of like going into online business.
I remember saying that on the call as well.
And I think that probably did like subconsciously stop me from doing it. I think being out here and just like seeing all the money made me realise like I need to sort it out. Like I need to do something.
But in relation to your car sales role, because it was it was a good sales role. Like in car sales, I feel like car sales is always one of the roles where like out of all the sales roles in the corporate world, like it's almost the sort of highest earning.
Yeah.
You've got, the least freedom probably because you're in the dealership 6 days a week and all of that. So why? Because I know a lot of people like, do you know what I mean? Like earning like 5k, 4k a month, early 20s are like happy days. How are you? Like what even made you want to sort of pivot and think about something else in the first place?
Well, first of all, I absolutely despise my boss, so that made it difficult. But then the easy answer is like just go and work at another dealership, which is a fair point. The dealership I was working at, they had like really good incentives commission-wise. So if I went to another dealership, I would be earning considerably less. And the problem
in what way? What was the?
Well, the way they structure, like if you were to sell a car, you just get like a higher percentage on the gross value, for example.
At your place?
At my place, yeah. And then you'd go somewhere else and they might do it slightly different. And yeah, I think what really made me realise is when I was looking around, we're a relatively small dealership. We only had like 4 other salesmen, but they were all a lot older than me.
I remember you saying.
But I'm talking 40s and 50s.
50s, yeah.
And they were earning 10 to 12k a month, which when I first joined, I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
And I slowly realised like that is just, like after tax and everything, I was like, that is just not going to be enough.
How though? Because I think it's 10 to 12, because you obviously, just for context, obviously you'll probably dive into it, like obviously you were doing Amazon before, running an Amazon FBA business, which was pretty successful. You probably understood that, hang on a second, I'm doing good revenue, but what's the profit, what am I keeping? And then it's almost like you've gone into the online space. It's almost like you've done the reverse way around.
Exactly, yeah.
You've seen what life can be. And that's what I said to you on the call. I was like, why is it taking you like this? Like,
Yeah, it's true.
I was like, but you've seen the grass is greener. So what was it? Do you think getting into sort of car sales and then obviously looking at the 10, 12K a month and then having the realisation it's not what it seems to be?
I think because like even when I was doing the Amazon, I didn't have as much freedom as I'd ideally want anyway.
Yeah.
But it was better than the car sales. But obviously it took me to go into a car sales role to actually realise that. And then I think when I factored in like these guys are 50 years old, they've been in car sales like since my age, right? So they've been in there for like 30 years and they're only earning that. And I was like thinking like, I was doing Amazon last year earning this kind of money anyway.
Yeah.
And I stopped it because I thought I had better potential and there was other things which were going on. And that was the biggest thing. So I think like, again, subconsciously, I was looking for the next play and the next option. I just had no idea what it was going to be, like no idea.
And then when you stumbled across remote sales, we had our conversation. What were you initially thinking on that call?
Well, funny enough, like when I first originally sent you a message and you got back and you was like, look, let's book a call. Here's some stuff to go over. Like that night, I basically went through like your entire YouTube. And I think that was a bit like, for me, made me realise this is what I want in a business. Whereas like, I am not in a fixed location. There is pretty much uncapped earning potential and it's all based on you. Like you are the only person who you can blame essentially.
So true.
There's no other factors.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I need. Because with Amazon and Shopify and all these other business models, you're at mercy to them. And they can just one day go, we're not doing that anymore. And it just completely ruins your business.
Yeah.
Whereas that can't happen.
Yeah.
Like with what I do now. So yeah, I think that was a...
Yeah, I think because you weigh it up and it's good that you've almost got the context of like, right, this is Amazon. These are the skill sets that I had, but also the profit margins weren't there. I didn't have the freedom. I know what I don't want. Now I know what I do want. Obviously, with that being said as well, like, was there any skepticism for you? You were already in the online space, so it's almost like you sort of, or were you a bit like on the call, or was it the YouTube videos that made you go, right, okay, like this is...
I wasn't skeptical at all. Right, but because I'd already done it. I'd already done it with the Amazon, and it did work out for me.
Yeah.
So I've been in the online space. I understood it. Maybe I wouldn't say I wasn't skeptical at all, but I wasn't skeptical about like what it is you were doing. I was just a bit like, can I do this?
Right.
And I think when I had the call with you, you made me realise like what it actually is and what's involved, and these people actually want to speak to you. And I was a bit like, right, I can definitely do this.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it comes back to the same point about like you're the only person to blame. And if Lewis Miller, because at the time when I joined, he was like iconic, still is now.
Yeah.
I was like, if Lewis can do it, if Jerry can do it, Yain can do it, like genuinely, like why can't I?
Yeah.
And that's so I just as soon as I had the call with you, I was genuinely I think ready to go.
So yeah, talking about when you joined, I remember the call well. And I actually said to Jerry, like literally, I think a couple of days we went to the gym together. I was like, this guy, like, what? Trust me, watch him in 90 days. Like, he'll be out there with Miller, or he'll be beating Miller. What was the first couple of weeks, the first month like? I don't think you moved as quickly as you wanted. Is that right in saying that?
I did. So in a way, so when I joined, I said to you, we had like a plan and a roadmap where it was like, I wanted to be earning 10,000 a month by December. I was like, if I can do that, get back to that position, but it's like my 10,000, spend on whatever I want, I'll be pretty happy with that, which is like ironic looking back now. And when I joined, I had done all the mocks and passed everything within about 14 to 17 days, because all I did was just sit there and just grind it through, just went through it, religiously studied it. And then I landed my first offer literally 24 hours after you said, yeah, you're ready to go. And it was it was an AI one.
Oh, yeah.
Which, didn't necessarily materialise the way I wanted it to. But at that point, I was like, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do it. So I left left the job because I had another offer which was basically teed up, an offer you used to sell on.
Oh, right.
And then I was like, right.
Did you quit at that point?
Yes.
Not before?
It was like days before, but I knew it was in the works.
Yeah, you quit. This is a bit of a pattern, and again, I do want to make something clear. Obviously, not everyone has to do it, right? Don't quit your job. Like we always advise, make 3, 4, 5, 6, 7K a month, 10K on the side, do that for 2, 3 months, then pivot. You've got 10K, 20K there, then pivot full time.
Yeah.
But a few guys, now we've had interviews like say that. Why? Because you were earning X amount, you're living on your own.
Yeah.
So you're paying rent, you've got expenses, and you still went.
I think like I had so much conviction in myself and also what it is we were doing. So I was like, I'm not really worried. And I almost felt like if I did this, it would push me a little bit more.
Yeah.
but then I also had like quite a bit of money saved up, so I was like, do you know what? I can just let this money sit here and just do absolutely nothing, and just let it. Or I was like, I can actually use it as a bit of a safety net. And like, funny enough, I never even had to touch it.
Yeah.
But it was there to use in case I did. And then like, I ended up going straight on that offer, and sort of things played out how they did.
So yeah, because I remember like the opportunity itself, like the sales role that Calum landed. We've got like sort of 3-4 other guys from Capital Closer on it. It's like, it's the best remote sales role in the space. Like, it's up there with the top 5, I'd say, in terms of like, there's reps making 30, 40, 50, 60,000 a month on it. And, you know, actually the offer that I used to sell on myself, and, you know, we've got connections that we're able to place the best of the best on it. We can't place everyone. You've got to be talented and good. And I remember thinking like, this is a perfect sales role for you. But I was like, shit, like, was it a little bit too early? Like, he's just passed his mock call. Like, he's just, like, I was like, I would love Calum to be on it in like 1-2 months. I was like, yeah, definitely, he'll smash it. But I was like, this is his first one, and he's going like the best offer, and then you landed it.
Yeah.
You landed it.
I know.
What were you like at that point? Were you like, yeah, this is it?
It's mad because when I'd done the interview for it, I felt it went really well, and I didn't hear back for a little bit, and I was like, oh, did it?
I was shocked. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I was like, did it not go as well as I thought it did? And then I ended up getting the green light, and it was like, look, we had a few things to work out, ready to go and rock with you. And yeah, I remember that night, I was like, this is genuinely going to change everything.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy that this is happening.
Because the money hasn't happened yet. I've had it so many times where the money hasn't happened yet, but you're like, it's just a matter of time now.
Like, there were so many people on this offer doing so much money that I was like, even if I just went on there and I was a below average, like, I would still be earning so much money. So I was like, I mean, when that happened, I was, ecstatic.
And then, like, obviously talking about like the offer itself, like, you've got to be a specific type of sales rep to be able to be very good on the offer. Like, it's not for everyone. Like, a lot of people come and go, and you've got to be able to like deal with adversity and like sell to every different type of prospect, A-types, all that sort of stuff, business owners. What was the first month like on that offer? Because it's a little bit different to your normal one, like in terms of taking calls, learning the offer, commissions, like everything.
Yeah, well, we had a pretty good like sales manager on the team as well, so they kind of like put me in place very early on, like ran me through the structure. The onboarding was very thorough, and to be honest with you, I actually started off like okay. Like within the first 11 days, I'd made like 5.7k in commissions, which was like crazy.
Oh, that was in our Marbella.
That was exactly that. That was the offer I was on. And then after that, it was just like slowly creeping up. And then on like around month 3, I just like completely ramped up, and just went crazy.
What was before we like explain the commissions, because I feel like it's very simple and easy for us to say you're making 20,000 a month, you're gonna make 20, 30, 40,000 a month this year, pushing 50,000 a month. But it's like, talk them through, just so people, we can almost give them the context of like what those months were like. Because you were working like every penny that you've made, like it's so deserved. It's not like, oh, like take a few calls here and there. Like you were like taking, what were you even doing day to day more or less?
Like I was working till, like when I first joined the offer, I was trying to like scope out what schedule was going to be best for me, because I knew I wanted to work a lot of hours on it. Because the thing is like when you get on a role or a position, or you do something like this and you enjoy it, you actually want to work more.
It's so true.
So I was working from, I think, when I first started, I was doing like 3 p.m. till 3 a.m. And I'd done that for a month, 2 months. And then, funny enough, someone on the team said, look, what you should do is you should have a look at your most profitable hours and see like how many deals have you actually closed past 1 a.m. in the last 2 weeks. And when I'd looked, I'd be like, actually not that many. He was like, so what I suggest you do is maybe pull your schedule forward a little bit. And now I start at 1 and finish at 1. And like I'm profitable throughout the whole day, like always closing a deal at pretty much all hours of the day.
And like that's the thing as well, isn't it? Like obviously, you know, you can get into the remote sales to like travel around and do all of these things, but I think like when you're an opportunity and you're like, I'm making 600, 800, a K per call, you're like, I literally don't care. Like granted, you can have the freedom, the flexibility, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you wanna like in a 3-4 month window get to 20, 30, like it's just not gonna happen, mate.
And the thing is like, you could literally earn 20, 30k a month, and even just do that for 3 months, and then have like maybe a week off or 4 days off, and that 4 days off you can actually do something. You can do something crazy rather than just going like somewhere really local and like there's just no point. Like
extreme both areas. Exactly, and that's what we're doing on the top.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
It's like work super extreme, and then it's like work hard, play hard, right?
Yeah, so true.
And that's
the thing here. Like for example, like Cal definitely up there, like probably maybe even number 1 with like the most hardest working, calls taken, just fucking like, you know, if you put them on an opportunity, it's like, calls are going to get taken, follow-ups going to, like, everything. It's almost like if almost a spy dropped into your opportunity and was like, let me see your day-to-day, like, everything would just be boom, boom, boom. Whereas there's a lot of guys that, like, do the odd, like, they'll just coast around, or they won't do the follow-up or stuff like that. And I think it's deserved. So, like, if obviously we're out here for 4 or 5 days, have a shit ton of fun, do it at a high level, and then you go back and make an insane more. So, talking about, like, you did the 5.9K, that was literally after Marbella. Then what happened after that month? Did you do 10K that month?
No. So I done 5.9. Then the next month was like 8.4. So I was like getting close to the 10, and I didn't end up doing it, and it was what it was. And then literally the month after that, I done 17,000.
What was the difference?
It's hard to say. Like, I think what I then started to do a lot more of as well is, like, you can very comfortably make 20,000 a month and just take the calls which are coming onto your diary. But if you want to go the level above, it's what you do off the call as well. So the follow-up, the tie down sequences. So there's a lot more which goes into it if you want to be like elite, the best of it. Yeah, elite, exactly that. So I started tightening up on a lot more of those things and just making sure that I was good in all areas, not just on the call.
So important.
That's where I saw the biggest growth. And the thing is now, like, I know that I'll comfortably, even if I was having a bad month, always do around that now, because I've just got all the right habits to just continuously do that on a day-to-day basis, and as a result, that's just what's earned at the end of the month.
What would you say that is for, like, obviously people watching that maybe are getting into it or currently are even in it, that's like the main things that they should be doing? Because I think that's so true in terms of, we always speak about it, like, you're a business owner, this is your business, it's a sales consultancy, so yeah, the calls that are coming in your diary are important, but it's like follow-ups, tie downs, outbound, chasing payment plans that are due, in a couple of months. Can we push them forward?
Yeah.
All of these things. What are some of the things for you?
I think, like, it's about being, you have to be as profitable as possible. So at all hours of the day. So for example, if you have a no-show, you don't just sit there and scroll on your phone.
No.
Right, you actually do something like a revenue generating task, like hit a pipeline up.
Yeah.
Right, even just send a few emails out. Like, even if you're not even sure you're going to get a response, it's like it's better you doing that than doing nothing. And one thing I do, and which was taught and adopted by you, the sales manager at the time, was like, your calendar is like an ATM.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure when you're saying you're going to be working, you are working. So for example, if someone's not confirmed on a call, put someone else in that slot from the day forward.
Yeah, it's like these little things.
Like, those things as an ROI over the course of a month make you an extra.
Because you look at your cash per booking, and you go, let's say it's 1.5K, and you look at, like, you normally colour code your calendar if you're sort of at a certain level, so you can understand no-shows, showed, closed, and all that stuff. And you can look back and go, oh, look at all these no-shows. And it's like, imagine they were green. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. That's 15K cash. And it's like, not a lot of people, like, pacing. Another extremely important number. Not a lot of people think about it. And I think it's huge. When you were at that point, because I know we started working together in a circle when you were at 7 point, was it that month?
Yeah, it was 7 point. Yeah, the 8.2. The
8.4K. What was it from obviously we've mentioned from a revenue generating activity standpoint. Was there anything from a sales call specific standpoint, that mainly from Scotty's point of view, that you took into your calls?
Yeah, 100%. And this is what helped me the most on my offer specifically as well, because you get a lot of this, is the different selling styles for each individual prospect. That was one of the biggest things I took away. And then also just the detachment. Yeah. I think a lot of people get into the industry knowing the amount of money you can make, and it's like they
hungry.
They're hungry, but they show that they're too hungry, and a prospect can just smell that from you straight away. So it's about just being just relaxed, and it's like, look, at the end of the day, whether you pay on this call or not makes no difference to me. Like, it really doesn't, and that's like how I go into every call now. So I'm not really emotional. I'm never emotional. Whatever happens just happens, and I have a process I go through and follow. And whatever the result is the result. I
think it's interesting as well, because I think a lot of people say that, even like maybe initially when you're sort of on that offer, like, you'll just say it naturally because it's the frame or whatever. And then it gets to a point where, you're saying it, but there's also like the actual feeling of like, you are it. Not just like, I'm saying it, by the way, I don't care whether you buy or not. It's more like, I'm just saying it to tick a box.
Yeah.
I'm actually now saying it where I genuinely mean it.
Because I actually mean this. Yeah. I want you to know that. And then I think the conviction as you go through the call, people can, because it's all well and good you saying, oh yeah,
by the way, I don't care.
Either way it's fine. And then you're like almost trying to like make sure they have to do it. Whereas like, if throughout the whole call, I portray that. Like, it's like, look, whatever happens at the, and people like that.
Yeah.
They like the conviction. It's like, yeah, to be fair, this guy just doesn't actually care.
Yeah, this guy must be making so much money.
Exactly.
It's interesting now, obviously, being in the top performance trip out in Dubai, because you would have watched that video
I know.
6 months ago with Miller.
I know.
Like, probably here, or maybe back home, I think, at the time.
Yeah, no, I was here.
Oh, you were here?
I was here.
And, like, you're seeing that video thinking, oh, do you know, that would be... And, like, you're here. Like, what do you even think about that?
Well, I was, on the plane here this morning, I was actually thinking about this. This is quite mad that it just goes to show that, like, self-belief and self-conviction will just get you anywhere.
So true.
Literally 6 months ago, I was in Dubai, about to go back to my job, feeling all, like, down and stuff, and I was like, imagine that. Imagine I was doing this on a day-to-day basis, like going out to these places, top performer trips with a load of like-minded people, and it's exactly what I'm doing now. It feels surreal. Like, to answer your question, like, it doesn't... I feel like things have happened so quickly.
Yeah, you never sit. It's fucking.
You don't sit in ever. Like,
because you just.
It's just happening.
And that's
all the
why it's
time.
almost good, like this trip, and I think that's why we do them. It's like, it's actually nice to actually go, shit, well, I was actually there 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because back home, it's just like, boom, 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 18K, 20K, 25K. Whereas here, it's like, you almost look up and go, oh shit, we're all right. And then you're obviously back to it, and then you go to the next.
Exactly.
What's the plans now, then, big dog? 2026, I mean, you're on a fantastic opportunity, a lot of growth to be done. Like, what is it you're looking to sort of really do throughout the year?
Well, I think I want to set myself a target. I said to you, like, in 2026, I want to do $500,000 in take-home commissions. The offer I'm on have just brought out like a new bonus structure, like a quarterly bonus structure, which is just
beauty.
It's insane. Like, if you are, and again, it rewards the hard workers, right? If you are a top performer, you're working hard, you can be paid really generously. That there's potential there to do 80,000 a month. So that's really the goal. And
$500,000.
yeah, $500,000 in take-home commissions, not cash collected.
Not cash collected.
Take-home.
That would be just 50K.
Yeah. That'd be 1 month. No, I'm joking. But no, in all seriousness, like, yeah, that's what I'd want to do, and then I need to put like a vision board and stuff together at the beginning of this year and really map out. But at the moment, that's one thing I know I'm gonna do.
Are you looking at staying UK?
Yeah, this is a funny one. I think, like, being out here, I've been out here a few times. It's obviously very appealing from the tax side of things.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think, like, look to potentially come around here around April time. I'm definitely going out the UK anyway in April time.
Yeah.
It's just about deciding where to go.
Yeah.
I think April and Dubai makes sense, but then gets into the hotter summer month.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still undecided on that, but it won't be the UK.
No. Final thing to wrap up for someone who's from a car sales standpoint, even, like, I think more specifically, because obviously general sales is great, but you'll know very well, like, car sales, dealership, working with these people that are old, and like, you'll just get everything. What would you, and then looking at it maybe like, is it real? Is it possible? Can I do it? Is there a belief? Like, genuinely, what would you say to them?
Yeah, probably so many things, to be honest with you. It's like, especially this
Keep
time
it
of year.
PG.
Yeah. But January, like, again, it might be different in other dealerships, but in my company anyway, every morning, get there at 8:30. This time of year, it's frosty. You'd have to go in, defrost all the cars. Like, your hands are freezing. Yeah, we had to do that as sales reps. It's ridiculous, right? So we do all of that, and work 6 days a week. Like what I would say to somebody who was in the exact same position to me, and which, if someone told me this earlier, maybe I would have made a change. It's like, if you are genuinely, truly happy in the position you're in, doing what you're doing, working the 6 days, doing the things with the cars in the morning, and earning the money you're earning, then don't do it. Like, genuinely. There's just no point. Like, you're good where you are.
Yeah.
If you know that you want to do more, you want to earn more money, you want to, like, have the freedom, and I know it's a bit of a buzzword, but it's
true.
Now that you have it, it's crazy to even say, like, oh yeah, I could literally
get a haircut when I want, go to the gym when I want, book a holiday.
Things. It's like, get a haircut before I got out here. So that, like, it's just those things.
I don't go, I've got to do it on the weekend. No.
It's like, even coming out here, it's like, do I have to book annual leave, and will it even be approved? It's them things where it's a bit like, I could just, like, I mean, not to go off piece, but like last month I went to Crete in Greece for 2 weeks.
Yeah, completely forgot. Yeah, completely forgot to say.
Yeah, we forgot to mention, but like, yeah, and over there, I'd made $15,000 in commissions just in the 2 weeks I was there.
In the villa?
So, just while I was there.
Yeah.
So that paid for everything and some.
A lot more.
Like, a lot more.
Yeah. And you could just, off the cuff, even just open his calendar, obviously, not that he needs to, you could just go, do you know what, I might just take a couple of calls tomorrow.
Exactly.
And just pay for the trip. Look, appreciate it, big dog. Good to have you inside Capital Closure. And again, just a true example. Like, there's a common pattern as to why these people do really, really well. They just come in and they're just hungry, and it's just like they just get after it and they just relentlessly attack everything. And like, you've probably seen the member interviews now. It's just the guys that just follow it perfectly, and it's just they have that innate feeling of like, I know it's going to work, and it's the self-delusion, it's the self-belief, and you look up in 6 months' time and you're on a top performer trip, you're clearing 20,000 a month in commissions, and you're pacing, well, this year you're setting your targets to $500,000 in commissions. Now the only difference is, you either settle for good or you settle for great. Been a pleasure, big dog. Looking forward to the next couple of days, and we'll go from there. Thank you.